humans. Thank you so much for being here on my YouTube channel. I'm just perched at the base of this beautiful tree. Let me adjust the camera so you can see this. How gorgeous is that? We live here. We live here in this paradise, and I know that so many people right now are doing everything that they possibly can to raise their energy into a frequency that matches the energy of New Earth. The energy of New Earth is joyful, it's loving, it's abundant, it's peaceful, it's beings of love and light, beings like us that have been aware of all the limiting patterns that we may have experienced in the past, or maybe people around us have experienced those patterns in the past, and we're now in a place where we can embrace our role of creating reality, realizing we are co-creators on this earth. We are creators of our own experiences, and the experiences that we create for ourselves are also being created for others. There is a ripple effect in every single action that we choose to put our energy into. We're also learning about time and space, and we're learning how to surf through time and space. We're learning about timelines. We're realizing that every single time and space exists, that this flow of consciousness that I am choosing to tune into is existing mentally in this mental place. I don't know if the quantum field is a mental space, but I like to think of it as a mental space, because personally, when I imagine everything everywhere happening all at once, it's really hard for me to connect to my world as a real world. Like, that idea kind of makes my world feel not as real. So for my own happiness and my own good vibrations, I like to think of all the different possibilities that could possibly happen to be something that exists mentally. And because when I meditate, I feel like I'm going into my chakras. Maybe I'm going into my root chakra or my solar plexus or my heart. Maybe I'm going into my mind. There's, other dimensions other than the body that you can travel into. I've had out-of-body experiences, I've astral traveled, I've done it all. But the point in me bringing up the whole quantum field is that we've realized that every single possibility exists on an energetic level, on a mental level. Use what resonates with you. All of this information, by the way, is information that will, in my opinion and my experience from my perspective, I personally did not find this information to be helpful until I actually applied it in my real life experience, when I was using it as entertainment, almost just being entertained by the books and the YouTubers that would just talk about this stuff. It was nice, but once I started putting it into practice, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful and so amazing. So I want to introduce a way that you can put it into practice. Maybe you've done this before, so this will just be you reflecting on your amazing abilities as a conscious co-creator of New Earth. When you are still with yourself, listening to the breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, you can place your awareness on your mental space, and you can start to see different options in your mental space. Right now, my mental space is very focused on this video coming from a coherent space. So I've got the energy of my heart and my mind working together to produce the next word and the next word and the next word, creating this continuum of consciousness that you are enjoying right now. So that's what I'm focused on right now. But let's say, I'll use a real life example. Let's say I'm traveling in Milan, Italy, and I'm on the train in Milan, Italy, and I am thinking of all the different possibilities that could happen to me when my train arrives at the stop that I'm intending to go to in the center of Milan. What are the different possibilities that could happen? I'm going to be in a feeling state. This is a real life example, I was in a feeling state of excitement. I wanted to experience something I never experienced before since I was in Italy. Italy is such a fun, magical place, and I used my mind, the tool that it is, to receive visions of the future. I actually attended a lecture by Karen Curry Parker one time. She is a human design genius. I attended one of her free lectures, and she said something so profound about the mind and the heart, that the mind was never made to figure anything out or problem solve, that the mind is actually a tool that will perceive the future for you. And when you find something, a timeline, if you will, a space and time that you would like to experience that reality with your physical body, you use your mental focus to be in that reality, and then you just tune into your heart from there, and your heart will lead the way. It's so cool. But anyways, back to the train in Milan. I remember being in that moment, tuning into my headspace, seeing a vision of a photo shoot, and I thought, a photo shoot in Milan, that would be so cool. And immediately I dropped into my body, and I was on the train like doing little poses, I remember, because mentally I was there in my photo shoot, so my body just started to follow, and I was like, okay, I'm posing for the camera. And then I got off my train and just walked around. I wasn't trying to have the photo shoot though, like the photo shoot was already done in my mind. And so then it didn't really hit me that I had successfully manifested what I manifested until there was this person. The way it happened was that when I was I don't know if you've ever been to Milan, but if you've been there, there's this really, like, it's a popular place. I don't remember what it was called, but like there's a Prada store, a Louis Vuitton store, stores like that on that level all together, and there's a lot of people that take pictures there. But this man came up to me that was selling roses. He asked me if I wanted to buy one, and I bought one, and then I'm holding this rose, and then this man comes up to me and he's like, I just wanted to say hello because I'm sitting here waiting for my friend to go get a drink, and we're celebrating tonight, and we're celebrating that I just hit 100,000 followers on my photography Instagram. And I was like, oh, that is so cool. And he was like, would you want me to take some pictures for you? I'd love to do it. And I was like, yeah, sure. And he started taking pictures of me, and after a couple different poses, I realized, oh my gosh, I manifested this. This is a potential that was in alignment with my energy. And that is my favorite part of manifesting this way, where you're gonna focus on your mind and focus on different visions that you can perceive by simply being with your breath and being with your body. My favorite part about that is that, to me, it seems to be more personal and more easily accessible for you to actually experience those things in that day. I love to manifest instantly. I love to manifest, I love to meditate and see a vision of something and meditate on it and be in my heart space, and then have that same thing that I was just visualizing happen in that same day or that same week. When I first heard about law of attraction and heard about manifesting, I was thinking of living in this super luxurious apartment, and I wanted my YouTube channel to have 100,000 subscribers, and it was just these really big things. And I never lived in the apartment that I put on my vision board. I haven't had 100,000 followers on YouTube, and this was a vision board that I made years ago, and it never manifested. And I think it was because it was very far outside of me. Like it might have been in my field, but definitely, like, now that I'm more sensitive, I can tell, okay, that was like way out in my field. But if I'm gonna be meditating, I'm gonna be focusing on my energy, I can find something that's closer to me. Like, if you can imagine that the quantum field is a grid space, and you can imagine that you're in one grid space, and through your mind, through your visualization, through your imagination, you get to peek into these other spaces and times on this grid that is the quantum field. That's what I think of when I think of this type of meditation, where you're going into your body and seeing what other times and spaces are available to you. And this is something that you guys are going to be able to do with me live soon. As soon as I get everything organized, I'm hosting multiple events on Zoom this month and next month, not this month, next month, in June and July. I'm getting everything together and organized and setting my intentions and doing all the stuff that I can do to make sure that these are wonderful, fabulous, amazing events for everybody. So that's going to be happening soon. If you're like, whoa, I want to be guided through this, I can totally guide you through this. I'm also working on some new guided meditations. I have one uploaded right now on my website. The link is in the bio. It's called You Can Do Anything. It's a guided visualization meditation. It has affirmations in it. It's so good. I've had a couple of you buy it already, so thank you so much. If that's you, I really appreciate you trying out some of my products, and I hope that they have helped you and catalyzed your journey and been so amazing for you. So yeah, that's where we're at in this community right now. We're in a really great spot where we are aware of the higher vibrations that are possible for us to experience, and we want to continue on that path of experiencing those high vibrations. And I hope that this video helped you to maintain those higher states of love and joy and peace. Real quick, before I end the video, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to everything that came through today. Thank you so much for being here. And before I go, I want to just take a couple deep breaths with you, and I am going to focus the breaths on the energies of peace, joy, and love. And I'm just going to imagine that my being is just full of those states of being, and that I'm sending that energy to everybody around me, and everybody in my country, and everybody in the world, and everybody on Earth, and everybody in all the galaxies. I'm just going to expand that energy. So if you want to do that with me, you can. I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. Whenever you're ready, breathing out. Pulling that energy from Mother Earth into your body, that peace, that joy, that love. Holding at the top, getting your vision of the entire world, the entire galaxy, feeling this energy with you of peace, love, and joy, and exhaling out, sending that ripple effect energy to the world. Breathing in again. You're doing amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Send that loving energy to everyone with your exhale. Thanks for doing that with me. I gotta do more stuff like that because I just felt so good. I'm so happy that we were able to do that together, to bless everyone all around us. I'll show you the tree one more time before we go. Just sending beautiful vibes to Mother Earth, saying thank you for being our home right now, and thank you for showing us the way. The way is obvious, the way is easy to follow. It's easy to create a life that we love to live on this earth. It's easy to be mentally healthy. It's easy to be emotionally healthy. And if any of what I just said wasn't true for you, I want you to find something that is true for you. Maybe it's easier and easier to have good mental health every day, or it's easier and easier to understand my co-creative abilities every day. Continue growing and continue being mindful of the story you're telling yourself. The story you're telling yourself is so powerful. That's something that I am tapping into more and more every day, is this story, this narrative. What am I doing here? What do I experience here? My experiences are full of love and joy and abundance. My experiences are allowing me to be who I love to be. I am a loving expression of truth, and just saying the things that feel good to say, because we deserve to feel good. And you might have had a complicated relationship with your feelings in the past. I have no idea what your relationship with your feelings is like, but I hope it's a good one. I hope you're having all the experiences that help you to visualize all of the experiences that feel super amazing. I really gotta go now. My boyfriend and I are in the middle of cooking dinner, and there was a 20-minute timer, and I was like, I'm gonna go make a little video and I'll come back before the timer's off. So I think if I walk in the apartment right now, it's gonna be the perfect timing. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm sending you as soon as I lift my hands up and I'm sending you, I can literally feel so much love being poured from the cosmos right into my channel to come get to you. So you're looked out for. Cosmos, the ancestors, the interdimensional angelic beings, they're all here for you. They all love you. And don't forget to speak about what you desire. Speak out to the beings that are here assisting you, whatever you believe in this life, whatever you can feel to be true in your heart. Follow that. Worship yourself, praise yourself, enjoy the beautiful nature that exists on this earth. And I will connect with you again in another video. Bye.